It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Happy Monday. It is your feel-good breakfast show Expresso on SABC3 as we prepare to reflect on a very, very serious matter. There's an alarming statistic that says that between 600,000 to 800,000 people are trafficked across international borders. Now, in South Africa, trafficking happens internally across our provinces and externally across our borders here at home. And with Human Trafficking Awareness Week taking place from the 1st to the 7th of October, Expresso sits with Nicole Bartels, the National Operations Manager at Stop Trafficking of People, and Vilna Badi, founder of Our Home, to discuss issues surrounding this topic. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
And this is indeed an issue that's been brought to the spotlight very recently in our own country. But Nicole, firstly to you, let's talk about what exactly constitutes human trafficking and what is likely to happen, or firstly, what are the truths behind human trafficking that we know about in South Africa?
So in a nutshell, I'm just going to put it in layman's
Yeah.
terms, because if we get technical, it's going to take forever. It's basically a situation of exploitation. People refer to it as modern-day slavery. It's when someone is taken either forcefully through coercion, mind games, manipulation, however that is,
Yes.
for the point of them being exploited for the benefit of a third person. So if I were to take Vilna and use her labor so that I can benefit, that could be constituted as human trafficking.
Yeah. And what is likely to happen to those that fall victim to human trafficking, and what can be done to help them?
So there's a misconception that sex trafficking equals human trafficking. Sex trafficking is a kind of human trafficking.
Yes.
There's labor trafficking, there's forced organ removal, there's baby harvesting, there's bonded labor, forced labor. There's quite a myriad of things that could be included in what human trafficking is. One of the ways to combat it is through prevention. Before it actually happens, getting awareness out, making people know what it is, how to stop it, what the tools are that are available to them in emergency situations. And then obviously on the other side of it, teaching people what it looks like, how to pick up on it, where to call. We have a national human trafficking resource line, which is 0800 222 777. If you see something, call it in, tip-offs. If you're in an emergency situation, that's the number to call.
Yeah.
And then things like human trafficking, what's inherent to it is the abuse of vulnerability. So if someone's vulnerable, they're easy prey for traffickers. So what Vilna does, and she's going to share about it now, is really important, because the ladies she works with, and ladies like them, are very vulnerable to being trafficked, because they're in a situation where the circumstances that surround them put them in a position where they're easy targets.
Vilna, they know you as Mama V.
Hi, Katlego, yes.
A very heartwarming name, an affectionate name that's given to you by those that you've helped. But tell me about how you first got connected with the people that you met on the street and you deciding to help them. Why did that happen and how did it come about?
Katlego, I started by preaching on the street. So it was all with an evangelical focus.
Yes.
And then I discovered that these ladies on the corner of the streets were not exactly what I used to think they were all about. I thought they were ladies who just wanted to make money on the side, who enjoyed what they were doing. And by talking to them, I discovered that there was a complete different picture behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Looking into their eyes, I saw little girls with fear, little girls who hoped for love and who were exploited by men on both sides.
Yeah.
And there was a little girl one night that actually looked into my eyes and said to me, "Would you please be my mama?" And that night I decided I will be her mom, and I will be the mom to whoever wanted me to be their mom. Wow. Sister, aunt, grandma, whatever it may be that they needed. And I started by sending girls to rehabs, and it didn't really work. It was too harsh for them. And I realized that on the other side of addiction, because most of these ladies self-medicate, because you can't really do this job unless you need use something to medicate your pain. And that's when I realized that they needed more than just rehabilitation. They needed belonging, a place where they could call home.
Yeah. Well, we thank you very much for doing that, for braving what I know could not have been an easy task at all, not only accepting people into your home, but nursing and healing them through this pain. I think it's extraordinary what you've done. And just once again, Nicole, that number, emergency line that people can call should they feel vulnerable or they know of somebody in a situation, what's that number they can call?
It's 0800 222 777. Just something that's important, you can request information over the line, but we ask that please keep it to operating hours, because in the evenings it's important to keep the lines open for emergency situations. So 0800 222 777.
Yeah, all right. As we focus our attention on Human Trafficking Awareness Week from the 1st to the 7th of October, if you are looking for more information online as well and looking to enlighten and educate yourself, visit the website stoptrafficking.org.za. And if you'd like to find out more about the work that Vilna does at our home, you can go to the website jesusforreal.org. Thank you very much, ladies, for joining us.
You're
Much
welcome. Thank you.
appreciated.